Hello everyone, ES35 with you today, and what I'm going to try to talk about is I had a meeting with a friend of mine who actually asked me the question, why don't you trade the patterns on the chart that are so easy, obvious to spot? Why don't you trade it? And I told him that I'm going to give an answer in the video because it's going to be better if I will show you. And to show that, I will just look at the Bitcoin chart at the most recent time. And in this particular section of the chart patterns, which happened for the last 2 months, right? So let's go ahead and look at it. What you can spot easily now is this ascending channel that got broken down. And many people are saying, well, Bitcoin is going to go lower because that is the bullish flag, the bearish flag, sorry. And usually the bearish flag, they have a tendency to break to the downside. And here's the potential target for it. You take the length of the flagpole and project it from the point where this pattern got broken. So according to that, the next target for the Bitcoin will be somewhere around $12,000. Can it go that low? Of course it can. You never know what's crypto gonna do for you. But let's talk about the chart patterns, why I do not trade them. And if you ask me the question, what do I trade? I trade strategies based on indicators and only in those assets who have a bigger history that I can look how they behaved in the previous history during the certain market conditions. And Bitcoin does all that. So let's go ahead and look at this chart. If you probably listen to several YouTubers, then most of them definitely spoke about this ascending triangle, right? And an ascending triangle has a bigger probability and tendency to break to the upper side. So a lot of people told here that it got broken, retested, and now it's gonna go higher. And what is the potential target for this for the ascending triangle? It's actually the length of the triangle. So if that were to play out, then Bitcoin will have to go somewhere over here, but it didn't go that far. And that's where many people lost their money because they thought, well, that's it. It's going up. It's going up. 20%. Great. Is a nice reward, but it didn't go all that far and it just fell. And I said, well, it was a retest, and it continued to go higher. And I told some of my people that over here there will be an area where the Bitcoin will face a lot of resistance. I was actually surprised that it went lower without touching any of that area. So this triangle didn't work out, right? And many people who had their stop losses from this break point somewhere over here, some of them already closed their positions. Some of them had their stop loss triggered. Some of them who put their stop losses lower still are in the trade. Um, but okay, let's go ahead and check out some other patterns. So that pattern failed, definitely. And some of the people said about head and shoulders over here, which I said at the very beginning that it's invalid. But some of them still say, well, that's head and shoulders, and we can trade it because there's a, and according to that pattern, like they say, it surely worked out because then you take the length of the head, project it from the point where it got broken, and that's how you get the target for the head and shoulders. So it probably had a touch, but actually it did not. If you project all the way, it should go a little bit higher. So again, this pattern did not work out. And why this pattern is invalid? Because the head should be longer than any of the shoulders. And over here you can see that left shoulder is larger than the head, which cannot be and which cannot happen according to the head and shoulders. Okay, so that's the second pattern that got violated, right? And now let's go ahead and many traders showed another pattern, uh, another ascending triangle over here, which you can also easily spot. And then look again, there was the breakout, the retest, then everybody thought, well, finally it should go higher now, and it should go, you already know how we can measure the potential target. It should go to somewhere over here to these areas, which actually aligns with the area that I had marked here, but didn't work again. So if you want to trade the patterns in the long run, surely they will be profitable. For example, here was one triangle that failed. Here's another one that failed. But there may be the third one that will not fail and give you a nice risk to reward ratio and you'll get a profit. But who knows if it's going to happen or not. The same thing that I want to show you is that all of these chart patterns, they are so subjective and every person looking at them can say something different. For example, here, like this uprising channel got broken out of it, retesting, and probably will go a little bit lower, but maybe yes, maybe no. But it showed that it is so subjective. I want to show you something else. If I will connect, not like this, but for example, if I will connect, let's better do it on the lower border. If I will connect these points like that, what you can see gives a very nice resistance here, right? Twice here, then twice here. Uh, Actually, one time here. Let me make it another color so it'll be better visually represented. Two touches here, one touch here, so many touch points here. And now if you're gonna take this one, clone it and drag it to the upper side, you still get a pretty nice channel, right? So you can say that we broke out of that first channel, but now I have redrawn it and you'll say, well, that one looks even better. And then you will have another touch point, maybe somewhere even lower, and you can still redraw this. For example, if the price will just trade a little for a while here, and then it will fall lower somewhere here, bounce from it, then you will be able to uh, make this line and then project it from here, and it will still be a channel. But how do you find all of these points, even in this pattern? That is the question. So, because of that, too subjective, I don't trade those patterns. And the strategies that I'm trading, I'm going to reveal you most of these strategies on the channel. So, if you want to hear more about the strategies, how I trade it, what's my risk to reward ratio, how I get profit out of it, don't forget to hit that like button and definitely subscribe to the channel. Talk to you later. Bye bye.